Hello and good evening from Rwanda's capital here in Kigali, and many thanks for joining us on this Friday edition on RwandaTV. These are the top stories for our viewers in Rwanda and those watching us from across the world. On Friday afternoon, President Paul Kagame and First Lady Jeanette Kagame attended the official unveiling of the new BWIZA Riverside Homes, an affordable and green housing project in Kigali. Also tonight, a 23-year-old Rwandan man has just developed an application that helps children to easily read books. He's among 10 Africans competing for 15,000 euros international prize. Now, Senate President Yamuremye has assured the residents of NKOMBO Island on Lake Kivu that solutions will be found for the hindrances they face when trying to develop their island faster. There you go. Many thanks for joining us for tonight's broadcast. I'm Ethan Tashobi, and of course with my guest anchor, Miel Carrera, who will be joining us later on. You're watching RTV News live from Kigali. On Friday afternoon, President Paul Kagame and First Lady Jeanette Kagame attended the official unveiling of the new BWIZA Riverside Homes. The affordable housing estate project is a result of a partnership between the government of Rwanda and DHI Corporate. During his remarks, President Kagame said that to have this housing project affordable, sustainable, and most of the materials being sourced locally is the best combination to have. Sergio Nore kicks off tonight's edition with this report.
The project is being implemented at Karama in Kigali, and 2,400 affordable modern homes are to be constructed in 5 phases, 252 of them in this year alone. President Paul Kagame and the First Lady toured the modern structures, and the head of state commended DHI Corporate on the accomplishment.
We are going to be good partners. We have been, but now even stronger partners we are going to be. And if we can move faster, that's our aim. We should be on the side of government. We feel we should do whatever is possible within our means to have our people access the kind of affordable houses that are needed in so large numbers. But now today we saw what is possible. We are going to stick with it, and we will demand that every one of us in the government system does what we can possibly do to make significant progress. So as then you said earlier, anytime there is a problem, you know how to get to me. I'm available 24 hours. So because I want us to succeed in this, and I'm sure everyone here wants to. And we have partners who want to support government to be able to house our people, and I think they have seen what is possible with this model. I think it invites all of us for this strong partnership we can forge to be able to achieve what needs to be done.
60% of the materials being used to construct the homes are sourced right here in Rwanda, and the structures themselves are environmentally friendly and also being erected using as little space as possible.
And built on sustainably developed land and infrastructure, and by locally skilled technicians using locally produced materials. At RDC Rwanda, we are convinced that urbanization is more than just building houses, and that to support climate change adaptation, mitigation and resilience, and unifying housing to build, we prove that affordable can be green, sustainable, and resilient. And the certificate of edge is the proof. So I'm talking to DFIs. Reducing the cost of materials and eliminating the expatriate cost, everything we have done. But we need a smart financement.
As little as 16.5 million Rwandan francs can get you a home at the new BWIZA Riverside community, paid over 20 years at an interest rate of just 11%. Applications for the homes are received at the Development Bank of Rwanda, and initiatives like these are helping the country to push forward with her goal of building slightly more than 300,000 affordable modern homes over the next 10 years, with the objective of having 45% of the population living in urban settings.
Thank you, sir, for that report. Now, the Senate President, Auguste Iyamuremye, has reassured the residents of NKOMBO Island on Lake Kivu that solutions will be found for the hindrances they face when trying to develop their island faster. Dr. Auguste Iyamuremye gave the assurance on Friday while visiting the island. We have this report.
During the visit, the local residents, including students, were able to gather and meet the Senate President, telling him the challenges life on the island presents. We heard the Honorable Senate President note that the dry spell that befell us here on the island leading to a drought, and he promised to do advocacy for us as a member of Parliament. We truly appreciate that and trust he will do it because he is our representative.
Ingorane duhura nayo ya mbere ni ukubura ibikoresho dukoresha kandi nk'abanyeshuri tuba dufite ubumenyi ariko kubona ibikoresho bikaba bigoranye na za equipment tugenda dukoresha ibyo gupimisha kubona internet ihagije mbese biraturimita mu bushakashatsi bwacu sibubashe kugera hejuru.
Dr. Augustine Iyamuremye gave assurances that the issues will be looked into. As members of Parliament, our job is to observe, listen, and then represent the people. As your representatives, the other senators went to talk to the students one-on-one and delivered their findings to me. So we will present them to the Ministry of Education so that it can come and see for itself. We also spoke to the mayor and governor, and they did not conceal the other problems you are facing. Therefore, as a person who represents the public, I want to assure you that we will remind the government of these issues. They did not forget, mind you. They just have many issues jostling for priority. But even the person who does not forget needs reminding from time to time. We shall therefore do it. The Senate President also noted on the difference good leadership can make. This island used to be part of what was once Cyangugu Prefecture. Vehicles from that province had an E on their number plates, and people instantly interpreted it to stand for étranger or foreigner in French. Do you see how it had gotten so bad that they had even started discriminating against cars? Now we have kids making their own motorcycles based on the knowledge they are acquiring. Brothers and sisters, such divisionism must be completely replaced with the unity of Rwandans. Before his meeting with the local residents, the Senate President had toured Groupe Scolaire Saint-Pierre de Ngombo and was shown some of the innovations the students there have been coming up with, including an operational ATM machine, a motorcycle that uses water and salt to run, beverages that include fruit juice and wine, their own manufactured soap, and more. Dr. Iyamuremye urged the students to continue properly exploiting the opportunities they have been given.
Now, according to the National Institute of Statistics Rwanda, prices in urban markets have increased by 4.3% in January 2022 compared to January 2021, where the increase was at 1.9%. Economists say that once the quantity of made in Rwanda products increases, prices will return to normal. Jan Mutoni reports.
Confident Nibyose is a 23-year-old man who has developed an application whereby a child can use gadgets such as a telephone or a tablet by bringing it near a book, and then the images or other content on the book becomes moving images and speak. An amazing and exciting way of learning to a child.
It is a fun app for primary school children. We work with publishers to use their books in the app in order for a child to see the animations involved in the books, especially those that teach English, math, and general knowledge.
Nizibyose says that this method is not only fun for the child, but also effortlessly educative, be it reading about general knowledge or mathematics.
Research shows that technology easily captivates one's emotions. It is a method that engages a child in a playful way when reading a book, as children normally learn easily through cartoons and animations and fun things.
Jean Hawangwe is one of the staff at the company that manufactures and sells books, especially for children, and uses this application. He says that combining technology with books is one way to help a child learn easily.
That is very good because it makes the child a lot more connected to the story, and then also for children who are born in the town to see actual animals, even though it's in video. As opposed to just having pictures in the book. So it's very, very complementary. So the technology complements just having physical books.
Some parents with children in primary say that education through technology is more effective than other methods.
A child that uses technology while reading definitely understands more, and also even language-wise, they become more fluent faster, because sometimes the words that they listen through the applications are in English.
Nizibiose Confident is one of the 10 Africans competing to win the €15,000 prize in the Challenge App Africa Children's Education Technology Competition. It was established by the French International Radio, RFI, and the France 24. About 1,000 projects were submitted to the competition this year. Only 10 of them are currently competing, including Nizibiose's project. There are now more than 1,000 users in Rwanda and abroad who use this application. The number of regular users is between 200 and 300 per week. Jane Mutoni, RTV News.
We apologize for the mix-up. That is a story about one confident Nizibiose, a 23-year-old man who has developed an application that helps young people to read. He's actually one of the 10 people who are competing for €15,000 at the international prize. Now, back to the story I told you earlier. According to the National Institute of Statistics, Rwanda, prices in urban markets have increased by 4.3% in January 2022 compared to January 2021, while the increase was at 1.9%. Economists say that once the quality of made in Rwanda products increases, prices will return to normal. Jen Mutoni still has the same report.
Buyers at markets in Kigali say that the prices have hiked, including prices of some of the main food products, and that they do not know why.
Like the prices of sugar have increased. We used to buy a kilogram of sugar at 1,000 Rwandan francs, and now it is at 1,200 Rwandan francs.
Traders also agree that the prices of some of the products have gone up, so much that some of them have doubled. They say that the COVID-19 pandemic affected the transportation of goods that they import as they arrive late and at a high price.
Be it oil and other products, prices have kept increasing on a daily basis by 200 Rwandan francs or 300. So when you tell a buyer that the price is different from the one of yesterday, some of them become upset and even decide not to buy.
Prices in urban areas usually reflect the image of prices countrywide. An economic expert, Straton Habyarimana, says that if efforts were put in the made in Rwanda products and agriculture in terms of increasing the production, prices would return back to normal.
Ibiciro byazamutse cyane ku bicuruzwa bituruka hanze kurusha ibikorerwa ibicuruzwa bikomoka mu Rwanda.
The prices for goods being imported in the country are higher compared to the goods produced locally. To my observation, the reason why goods from abroad are extremely expensive is due to their transportation fees. So if prices of foreign goods are high, then this is the time to focus more on goods produced in Rwanda. For example, fresh foods, the prices have not increased that much. If harvests turn out successful, prices may fall.
Nukuvuga ngo igihe ubuhinzi bwaba bwanagenze neza ndetse ibi biciro bishobora no kongera kugabanuka cyane tubonye imvura nziza.
Figures provided by the National Institute of Statistics of Rwanda show that prices in the urban areas have increased by 4.3% in January 2022 compared to December 2021, where they were at 1.9%. The hiking of prices in urban areas is based on the fact that the prices on non-alcoholic beverages and foods increased by 4.5%. Prices for housing, electricity, gas, and other fuels used for cooking, like charcoal and wood, increased by 2.6%, while transportation increased by 4.7%. In rural areas, in January 2022, prices fell by 0.8%, as in December 2021, prices were at a rate of negative 4.7%. This reduction of prices in rural areas was based on a 5.8% reduction in the price of food and non-alcoholic beverages. Overall, from January 2022, prices have increased by 1.3%, as in December 2021, it was at negative 2%. Jane Mutoni, RTV News.
Thanks, Jen, for that report. Now, the World Health Organization Traditional and Complementary Medicine Strategy 2014-2023 that was developed and launched in response to the World Health Assembly resolutions on traditional medicine aims to support member states in developing proactive policies and implementing action plan that will strengthen the role of traditional medicine plays in keeping populations healthy. It is in this regard that Life Care Phyto Labs, in collaboration with Bold Regains International, are seeking to establish a manufacturing plant to manufacture herbal supplements from medicinal plants here in Rwanda, in a bid to contribute to the prevention and the management of lifestyle-related chronic diseases and in meeting the health needs of aging population. Now, we spoke to the Professor Rajadin Anamtu, who is the proprietor of this Life Care Phyto Labs and an expert in phytotechnology innovation about this development.
I came here in 2006. I met your president also. In fact, the president is the motivation for me. Because when I met him in the trade show, through the Government of India, DST, Department of Science and Technology, one of my officers took me, then he introduced to our Prime Minister, President also. Our President said, that time I was with aloe vera, this Jikaka Ruwamba. It is a Jikaka Ruwamba. It's from cultivation to finished product. So he innovated the technology first time in India. He brought me to explore the same technology here in Rwanda. So he explained, when he explained to the President also, he was very much impressed. So it's because his aloe vera is known to everyone globally. So this is, he said, the moment he said, after talking to me, he said, no, this is the thing we want for our country, like that. So that was very much, attracted for me. So something I want to do in Rwanda. It is a threat for the synthetic pyrethroids or allopathic preparations or allopathic medicines. Definitely might producing adverse side effect. They cannot consume, they cannot take a prolonged usage. Definitely it will make some side effects. So that's the reason when we go with a chronic illness also, a doctor will give an antibiotic and they are giving along with the B complex vitamins and other nutrients, supporting. So this indicates that's a loss of the essential nutrients is going out from the body. So better to have a natural source. So there is from the natural source, vitamins also is there from plant source, amino acids is there, enzyme is there, minerals is there. So all these minerals, enzymes, vitamins are enriched from the plant source that will give more bioavailability that is free from the side effect.
Now, the country director of Bold Regains International here in Rwanda says having this manufacturing plant in Rwanda will be of great value both in Rwanda and beyond.
We signed agreements with Life Care Phyto Labs to bring their expertise and technology. Definitely, they will be meeting with other stakeholders for this manufacturing plant to be established here. Our wish is that it will be approved because it will solve a lot of challenges in Rwanda and even other countries that would buy these supplements from Rwanda.
So you're comfortable?
Yenga kuba kode ubu ni impano zishimwe buri cyumweru. Koresha MomoPay utsindira impano zishimishije harimo Toyota Rush, moto, miliyoni imwe y'amafaranga y'u Rwanda n'ibindi byinshi. Kanda akanyenyeri 182 akanyenyeri 13 urwega winjire muri promosiyo nawe impano ziva mu mutima zikugereho.
Welcome back. You're still watching RTV News. I am Mireille Carrera, your guest anchor tonight. In other stories making headlines globally, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa said on Thursday that his country needed a fundamental change in order to revive economic growth and tackle endemic poverty, inequality, and unemployment. And he described that as unacceptable. Ramaphosa said that there was a need to address this immediate crisis which was triggered by COVID-19 pandemic, but also to create conditions for a long-lasting development. We have this report, courtesy of Reuters.
Nearly 100,000.
South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has said the country needs fundamental reforms as he delivered a State of the Nation address on Thursday.
If there is one thing we all agree on, it is that the present situation that we are in now, of deep poverty, unemployment, and inequality, is unacceptable and unsustainable.
Bereft of the jobs needed to lift millions out of poverty, South Africa has struggled to reverse the economic inequalities forged under white minority rule. Last July, anger over persistent poverty, nearly 3 decades after the end of apartheid, boiled over. Amid looting and arson, more than 300 people died and billions of rands worth of damage was caused. On Monday, a report concluded that police and intelligence services failed to anticipate and disrupt the riots, and that the executive branch of government bore some responsibility. Ramaphosa promised to address the weaknesses, but the main message delivered from Cape Town City Hall was that, while there is an immediate crisis, conditions for sustained growth also need to be created. He claims the answer will be a program of infrastructure works, increased local production, and job creation. Ramaphosa also said that a social grant introduced at the start of the global health crisis would be extended.
For 1 further year, to the end of March 2023.
The president also vowed to fight corruption with a new intensity and said the regulatory process would be streamlined to help boost South Africa's fledgling cannabis industry.
Militaries and a partisan.
There you go. Many thanks for you're still watching RTV News. And of course, this is the segment where we get to listen to the guest anchor of the day, and that is none other than Mireille Carrera. Mireille Carrera is an author and a coach. Now, she has a very long CV. She's the executive chairwoman of the Cora Coaching Group. This is a coaching and consulting company based here in Rwanda and, of course, in South Africa. And she has spent over 13 years working with different international organizations. I cannot list them all. Among them include Moody's Investors Services, EBS Dealings Resources, Thomson Reuters in the UK, United Arab Emirates, South Africa, Kenya, and of course here in Rwanda. And thanks for finding time to talk to us here.
Thank you very much, Ethan.
You had a good time actually reading and presenting news here.
I know.
How was that?
I enjoy that. Can
Yes.
we add that to my CV?
Of course. She's also a guest news anchor. Okay, first of all, you're a coach. Let's start from there. First things first. What is coaching about?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
Coaching is about helping people become transformed. So when I have a client that I coach, I help the client to really know who he or she is, and I'm a mirror. For example, if I was to coach you, through different techniques of coaching, I would help you to really see yourself and get to know yourself. It's about discovery, it's about getting to know your hidden potential. Can you see yourself in the mirror?
I can.
What do you see?
My big head.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Over and above the big head,
Yeah.
what is the positive that you have?
I think very dark.
Okay.
Positive. I like it that way.
What about excellent communicator?
Perhaps.
perhaps.
Yeah.
So coaching is really about discovering the positives within you, your talents, your potential that you didn't think you had. Just like the mirror right here, it's a mirror, but there's more than just a mirror. That is the hidden talent, the hidden potential. So a coach helps you to not only see what you see, but also to know that there is beyond that potential, meaning you have other faculties that you never thought you had. So that's my illustration for coaching in simple terms.
You're actually coaching me right now? Should we do that?
Let's do
How
that.
long do you have? Can we do that in 30 seconds?
Okay, we can do that in 30 seconds. All right. So remember I asked you, what do you see in the mirror? What do you see in you? The first thing you gave me was the negative sides, right?
Yeah.
I am a bit dark, I am, what else?
I have a big head.
You have a big head, you have this and you have that.
Yeah.
So we tend to see the negative within us because psychology tells us that our propensity is to see the negatives. But when you have a coach, a life coach, executive coach, actually the executive coach helps you to see the good in you because you have good in you, you have talents. So if I was to coach you, tell me, what is your top talent right now? What do you do good?
Good one.
What comes to you first?
Communication?
Yep,
Yeah.
very good. What else?
I don't know if something like that. Well, I used to play soccer, so I don't know if it's
Do you have a best friend?
Yes.
What does your best friend like about you?
I'm patient.
Patient?
Yeah.
And what about your wife? What does she like about you?
Patience.
Patience. There you go.
Kind.
We've got it.
Yeah.
That is your top talent. Kind, patient.
Woo. So now this is something, I think this is something very new to our Rwandan society. And you and I will agree that this is a very discreet society. So how is the idea of coaching, unfolding in this society of ours?
Yes, so you're absolutely right. So coaching is a new field, it's a new industry, and we're happy that our coaching group and academy is pioneering this. So over the last, I think this is our 8th year in the country, we are training many coaches to be certified at international level to really help Rwandans to see the good in them, the talent, the made in Rwanda strength that we have as a nation, rather than, oh, we don't have enough, we don't do enough. When we compare ourselves, right? We've gone through a lot, the past. So our teams of coaches at Cora really coach people within organizations, but also individually to get to know their strength, because we believe that you are a resource. You are a resource that Rwanda needs, that the world needs, but it takes a self-discovery journey for you to know, hey, what is your treasure? What do you bring to the table?
Interesting. Now, coaching sounds a little more like counseling and mentoring, but I want to know the difference now.
Yes, thank you. There is a difference. So all of those disciplines have similarities. So coaching is not counseling, it is not mentoring. So counseling will be more or less giving you advice or helping you overcome some past challenges, whereas coaching is action, it's transformation, it is very much, what do you have as an issue? You address it right now. Mentoring is giving advice. So for example, if I was to mentor you to become a coach, so I will give advice as to how you can become a better coach. But a coach actually never gives advice, because a coach believes that you have the solution within you. So you know better about your life, about what you want than I do. So I have no business in telling you what you need to do. But my business is to help you pull out that kindness, that patience, that what you didn't tell me first, but it was hidden right here. Right? So I help you to bring out in front of your forefront or your conscious mind, so that you actually know what to do.
Wow. Do you have many types of coaching, or it's just a one-on-one conversation?
Yes, we do. So coaching is a wide field. So there are different types of coaching. So there's one-on-one life coaching that really talks about self-discovery, your fulfillment, your passion, your positives and negatives, how you can actually strengthen your strength. So the outcome of life coaching is making sure that you are fulfilled, you make the right decisions, and you are always ready to go. But within organizational context, we have executive coaching, business coaching, and other fields that are really useful in team coaching structure or organizational structure. Yes.
So one thing that you actually have faced it rough while coaching someone in this country was, how has it been? Probably you can tell us the highlights, and you know, the darkest day that you had while coaching.
The positives.
Yes.
Okay. Can we throw away the dark ones?
I want to listen to a few of the
Let's do that. Which one do we go first with? Okay, the challenges.
The challenge.
In the last 8 years, when I relocated to Rwanda from the diaspora, I was told that coaching will never work in Rwanda. It will never work. Why? Because the Rwandans don't talk. Rwandans don't open up. Rwandans, you know, they don't speak up. They're shy, etc. I said, okay, fine, that's a great challenge.
Yeah, it goes.
Right? Unfortunately, COVID hit. It hit, and that was a negative. Of course, we know many people's lives were impacted.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that people are now more aware about mental health, mental wellness, not only for ourselves, but also in a corporate setting. So the positives are that people are more and more open to talk about the, you know, the deep-seated issues in a manner that actually helps them to say, hey, it's not just me. It is all of us that are in this, and we need help. And that's okay to get help. So that is the beauty of it.
That's so long. I think we all need to do some bit of coaching here and there. And for this moment, I know we don't have much of the time. So where do we find you and some of the services that are being offered currently, briefly?
Sure. Yeah. So where you find us in Kigali Heights. Our Coaching and Business Academy is in Kigali Heights on the 6th floor. And of course, we are on social media, on our website. Yeah. Your viewers can find our coaches. We've coached and certified internationally people, not only in Rwanda, but also internationally, South Africa, in the UK, in Canada, West Africa, Southern Africa, etc. So we would love to have more of Made in Rwanda coaches so that we can go out there and coach more people.
Now, listen up. If you're an executive, if you're anyone actually, according to what I heard, you need some coaching. We all need some coaching. She just coached me in a few seconds and just realized I need to take the next appointment to go to her office. Gentlemen, viewers, that's all we had for you tonight from me and the entire news production team, and of course my guest anchor, Miguel Carrera. Many thanks for tuning in. You need a bit of coaching. It's Untitled now. Bye for now.